Good morning. Today I'm out here under this 2008 GMC Sierra, and I am changing the differential fluid. So you'll need the fluid, you'll need the Positrack additive, you'll need a drain pan, some brake cleaner, rubber scraper to clean the old gasket material off. You'll need a 13mm socket and the ratchet, because you'll need the box end to remove the drain plug. The drain plug's right there, just the box end fits in there. I've been working on it already, so I loosened it. It's dripping a little, but I'll show you all that in a minute. And let's see, anything else we need? Just the new gasket to put it back on when we're done. A lot of times these bolts are hard to break free to start, and so you may need a hammer to tap your ratchet to get them loose. There's also a couple cables up here I have. There's on this truck there's a couple of brackets that we'll have to watch out for as we are removing the differential cover. So let me get to removing these. We'll remove all of them except for the top one so the cover doesn't fall off, and we'll let the fluid drain. Once the fluid's drained, then we will remove the entire cover to clean it up and prepare it for new fluid. Now once we got all of the bolts off, we will pry this open. Let me see what I do with my pry bar. And once we got it drained, we can remove the last bolt and remove the cover to clean it. Hey, this one has a clamp on it that holds the brake line up. We'll clean all this up with a plastic scraper so we don't accidentally scrape any of the metal, because if you scratch it, then it's going to end up leaking. I'll also spray some brake cleaner on a paper towel rag or something and clean that all up. So let's get this pan here cleaned up and put back on. So you can clean this out with brake cleaner. Watch your eyes, because you don't want it to splash back and hit you. We'll get all the old oil residue out of it. And also I'll show you the drain plug. So now that I got some of the stuff, you can see the gasket, the old gasket around it that we'll have to remove. So see, all of this is old gasket material. We'll have to scrape all that off and get it nice and clean before we put the new gasket on. I have the new gasket here. Let me just open this up and make sure that it fits right before we go any farther. Yep, that's it. All the holes match up. So we'll set that aside for now. We'll take this over here in the back where I can really spray it down good. I don't really want the brake cleaner getting on this wood, and so I'll take it back there on the concrete and clean it up. Before I take it over there to clean it really good with the brake cleaner, let's remove this drain plug and clean that up. So since I wiped it from the inside, you don't see anything on it right now, but this is a magnet. There's some metal shards on there sometime, but if it's not excessive, it's okay. So we'll clean this up real good. We'll clean all in the grooves. We'll remove the gasket. We'll scrape the gasket off with a plastic scraper, and we'll be right back. Alright, we got it good and clean. We got both mating surfaces wiped down real good. And now we will match up this gasket here and put it back together. Now we'll put a couple of bolts in to hold it, put the brackets back on in the right places, and fill her up. And just like anything like this, you should tighten them in a star pattern. And so start at the bottom and definitely make sure they're not cross-threaded. So after you tighten them in a star pattern, you should check them with the torque wrench. They should be between 25 and 35 foot-pounds of torque. So around 30 would be a good number to set your torque wrench at. So once you got it good tight, you can go ahead and add the fluid. So I have this little pump here and my gear oil, and what I will do is just put my pump in here and we'll fill this up. It's got to be right to this line, but because we need to add the Positrack to it, I'll pump this down to about halfway, and then I'll add this to the jar, shake it up a little bit, and then pump the rest in there, and then we'll top it off with another quart of the, it's not going to hold the whole second quart, but we'll make sure we get the additive mixed in real good. So it should be filled to right up to where the hole, and yep, you see there's oil right up to the fill hole. So we'll put the drain bolt in and tighten it up. And that's all there is to it. So, looks like not a hard job to do. And I don't know the recommended time between when you should change your diff fluid, but I know this truck has a lot of miles on it, and I'm not sure if it's ever been done before, so I went ahead and did it. So thanks for watching. Hope you learned something. You all have a wonderful evening. Take care. Bye bye.